y'all. It's just Tasha. People y'all can call me Tasha. If you're new here and you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, join the live streams. If you are OG, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing Tteokbokki. Now I put it in this skillet because I need to keep it warm. I need to keep it hot for y'all. It might not look like Tteokbokki though. Ow, I made it look a little different. But look, I got furikake. Probably not how you pronounce it on it. Rice cakes, fish cakes, eggs, all that. Today, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about me when I think I was 14, and it's a little gay story. So if you guys are comfortable listening to, it's not anything, sexual. So don't think it's that. But if you guys are comfortable with your kids who maybe you think could be gay, are gay, you got a little lesbian, and maybe she's not comfortable with herself or with opening up to you, but you already know because you're her mom or her dad, bring her into this video maybe after you watch it, and maybe you guys can have some kind of discussion afterwards, because I didn't have a discussion with anybody, not with my parents. Anyway, not that my mom could have told me anything about lesbian activity because she didn't know nothing about it. But I'm gonna get into the story in a minute. I have this drink, orange juice, lemon juice, cherry, some tropical. 100% juice. I would love to think that. I'm gonna try it with these chopsticks. And thank you for this spoon too, Ashley. Ashley sponsored this whole video. Okay, this is the drink she got as well. Ooh, here's a bite. That's the cheese. That's so good. How a mouthful of cheese gonna be that kill me, first of all? How's it gonna be that good? I didn't even know I wanted this. I didn't even think I wanted this, y'all. I did earlier, and then once I started cooking it, I was like, oh no, I don't want this. But it's good. I don't make it the traditional way. I put a little beef broth in it. I love it. Cheese. This is vegetable fish cake. I don't know what kind of veggies, but it's good. And hot. I'm gonna get into the story in a minute. I need another bite. This time with some ramen. This is rabaki. It's something like that, y'all. And that's when you have ramen and tteokbokki. If I'm wrong, correct me, please, because I want to know. This is hard to stop eating. Oh, this is good. This fish cake is really good. All right, I'm gonna try to start a little bit. Let me get one more bite. I have to get a napkin. I don't like that. Okay, so look, I don't know if you guys know it. Now remember, I'm about to start telling y'all a story. So I got some little things. You don't want your little people to know what I'm talking about. Your little people, send them out. So when I was a kid, starting from the age of 6, well, before that, I always loved females, you know, like looking at women, admiring women's beauty, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. When I was 6, I began exploring with females my age, and I enjoyed it. Maybe a bit more than my friends. Now, when I explored people from 6 up until I was 12, they weren't my friends. And so it really was, it seems funny, but it really was similar to like a dating situation, because these weren't the girls that I hung out with on a daily basis. These were just girls that I did whatever I did with and then hung out with my regular friends. And yeah, there were times that I hung out with them too, but not really. These are my girlfriends, okay? Obviously. So, I explored. No, I did not go all the way. I explored up until I was about 12. Well, 12 was when I stopped. 12, we moved somewhere else. And now I was in junior high. And you know, in junior high, you know, you have a lot of girls. You know, all my friends were straight, or so I thought. So they're always talking about boys. You know, I dated a boy. I had a boyfriend in high school, but it wasn't a real boyfriend. We didn't do anything. Well, meaning we didn't even hang out. We went to the movies once, you know. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what he was doing because he was older, so I know he was bored because I wasn't even hanging out with him. Anyway, let's get to the story. When I was 14, in the apartment below me, there was a vacancy for a couple of weeks. Then moved in this family. And everything was great. Everything was normal, whatever. At some point, a few months later, this girl comes. The girl is the same age, and the girl is younger than me by a few months. But we're the same age. So, she's a little boyish, kind of like me at that age. I dressed like a boy, or in between. I said I want to drink it. It has banana in it, y'all. That's why. Okay. So, anyway. I noticed her because I was like, oh, she kind of looks like me. There wasn't a lot of girls that looked like me. I looked like. So, see this girl downstairs. Yes, I'm immediately intrigued. And so was she, obviously. But, mind you, I've never... From the age of 12 to the age of 15, I didn't have any interactions with females. Nobody, okay? I was the only female I had interactions with. So, the girl, she asked me to go to the store or hang out with her or something. I was like, all right, cool. She was like, can I talk to you? I was like, all right, cool. We ended up walking to the store together. About a 30-minute walk, you know, to and from. Y'all know the walks we took when we were kids. So we walked to the store. We're talking. And I'm telling you this is the first time I'm actually talking to her. We had seen each other and we had looked at each other but never spoke. I go to the store. On the way to the store, she smacked me in my butt. I was like, what? I didn't hate it. I felt a little uncomfortable, but also comfortable. So, it was like, I didn't really know what I was feeling. I was like, I don't know about this. I'm not sure. Anyway, we go to the store. I still walked to the store with her. I wasn't mad. I didn't yell at her. I was just like, We come back from the store, and we ended up hanging out outside. We chilling outside. We're not talking about anything. We're just having a regular conversation. I ended up going home. And then the next day, I come outside. She hands me a letter. I take the letter home, read it. Lesbians move fast, okay? So if you do have a 15-year-old daughter that has a girlfriend, be careful. They might want to get married and move out. Anyway, she writes me this letter and she told me that she is in love with me. I didn't do anything to make her fall in love with me. At all. I didn't know what I did to make her fall in love with me. But I wasn't comfortable with it because I was like, why are you in love with me? And that's what I told her. I was like, why are you in love with me? What makes you think you're in love with me? I don't remember her response. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna make it up. I don't remember her response. But I was like, I'm not in love with you. I never will be. And I remember being a little mean to her. I'm not sure what it was. I know that in that time, that was 95, we weren't out yet. Nobody was out yet. Nobody was saying they were gay. I remember there was a kid at the school that was gay, and I'm not gonna tell y'all the story about her, but she pretended to be somebody else and whatever the case was. But that's because it wasn't accepted. It wasn't accepted by our parents, family members, friends, and we felt like we would lose people if we. Now, I didn't feel this way, but I'm saying people, I know people have felt that way. So for me, I just hadn't had an experience yet as an older person, with hormones. I was 11 and 10, 9 when I was doing things. So at 15, and I felt feelings, I don't feel like I was ashamed, but I was afraid. Or maybe because she was a stud, or a little Tom. Maybe that's what I didn't like, because I liked it but didn't. Maybe I liked the fact that she was a female, but not that she was boyish. But anyway, I shot her down, but I thought about her. And I started to, that kind of told me, even though I had done these things when I was younger, that kind of told me, hey, you have an interest. And maybe that's why you're not interested in boys. You have an interest in females, heavily. Okay, so I started thinking about it and started realizing that I was interested. I never told anybody, not until I was 17. But so I think from a kid, from 6 to 17, I kept my sexuality to myself. I remember my mom telling me when I was about 10, oh, you can't marry a woman, because she would catch me, with girls, and I would get in trouble. So I guess that was taboo. I was made to feel like it was. She really didn't like, I'm not saying like that. Mom mentioned it one time, once or twice. And I'm sure if I was doing the same thing with boys, she would have had something to say about boys. Like, hey, don't do that with boys. But she didn't have to worry about that. I just want for the children out here that are 15, 14, 13. I don't even know if y'all even scared to come out anymore. But if you guys are, and if you have a kid that is, and she gay, he's gay, go on and let them watch this video. Go on and talk to them about their little life, and let them live. That little bite didn't taste good though. What I just want to convey is that if your child is gay, your niece, nephew, grandchild, whoever you're raising, who cares? You ain't gay, right? You ain't doing, it don't matter what they're doing. What matters is what you're doing with your life. I'm sure that whoever you're judging, and I don't mean like that, parents, but you know what I mean. You kind of are judging your kid or whoever the person is to you. Kind of judging them for just being who they are. They have no choice. But And my thing is, if you make them feel bad for who they really are, that's going to allow other people in their lives that they don't trust, because the family comes first, right? You trust your mother and father, I think, your grandparents and your aunts, uncles, everything. You trust them, but especially your parents more than anybody. If your parent lets you down, anybody can let you down, right? If your parent is judging you for being you, and you have to pretend to be somebody else, you're going to do that. You're going to do that when you go outside, because you don't trust anybody as much as you trust your parents, your family, you know? So do you want your child to go out here weak? Do you want your child to go out here and, because they're going to be gay anyway, you know? They're going to be gay anyway. You can either accept it, or you can either hate them for it, and then they're going to hate themselves for it and end up being maybe in an abusive relationship or some kind of relationship that just doesn't work for them because they're not secure or happy with themselves. You have to love your people unconditionally. You have to love unconditionally, because if you don't, they're not going to expect anybody else to love them. If their mother don't love them, they shouldn't expect a stranger to love them. They should expect, okay, yeah, this person is going to do this or do that to me because they don't love me. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. This is how it is. My mom didn't, so why should anybody else? Just be careful. Careful with the things you say and do with your kids, okay? Because we don't need no crazy little fuckers out here, okay? Just let them do what they want to do. If they want to lick some, let them lick some. If they want to suck some, let them suck some. It's their business. You ain't got, I'm sure your kid don't like your husband. One of y'all, your kid don't like. One of your exes or somebody. Okay? You ain't got to like it, but you got to love it. Sorry. And then, not like it, why? If my kid is happy, as long as he ain't hurting me or hurting anybody else or doing something crazy, go ahead. Anyway, let me read y'all a quote. The whole point was, I like the little girl. And that's when I first knew for sure that I was interested in females. If nothing else, I like girls. So this quote says, acceptance begins in the family. Home should be a place where you can dare to bear, to just be yourself without worrying about being rejected, okay? That's all. I love y'all. Bye. Wait, one more thing too. I got another quote. It says, family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile and who love you no matter what. So for those people who want to hate on their children for being gay, or their nieces and nephews, whoever, for being gay, one day they gonna leave your ass alone. So I hope you really don't like that kid of yours or nephew or niece. I hope you really don't like them and you really don't want them in your life, because at some point people grow up. At some point, and I hope the people are listening to this message. At some point, you choose yourself first, and anybody who tore you down, you let go of. And it might have to be your mom or your dad or whoever. So make sure you don't want that person in your life that you mad about, who's sleeping with somebody that got nothing to do with you. Make sure you don't really want them in your life. Because if I was them, I would let your ass go. I love y'all.